Oh, my heck was all I could say when I first saw him. I'd never seen a man in quite this way before. I'd finally ripened, got my buds and flowered. Boys no longer called my attention anymore. I was after a whole hunk of man. So I examined him with horrific fascination that my mother had warned me about. The church, too, for that matter. Protect your pearls, girls, said Sister Sue as she handed us each little baggie. The baggie held something like a clamshell, and inside each shell was a little pearl. I wonder if it's real, Jenny Lynn asked wide-eyed. I looked at my own pearl dipped in Elmer's glue. I think you bought it or something to tell. Saw this murder mystery once on TV. They made some kind of drug out of a pearl necklace. They discovered it when they crushed it with the bottom of a teacup. Jenny Lynn just gave me a snot-nosed upturned look. The meaning of pearl escaped me until now. Keep that pearl safe, girls. Don't let the boys have it until you're ready, Sister Sue warned. I'm sure she attached some additional meaning to it, like about marriage or something, but I'd forgotten most of the lessons I'd learned in church. Jesus no longer man enough to keep my attention. Oh. It was the cowboy that first caught my attention. As I stared at this man, I grew hot and anxious. I about threw him my pearl. Take it! Take it! Take it! I chanted in my head. He was so close I could have tasted him. He was horse sweaty from a long ride. He stroked it gently. I watched, wishing to be straight to him. Then he saw me. His eyes dancing, his half-grin giving me shivers. Well, if it ain't my little cousin Tyranny. Mama had given me that name. Granny said she laid there puzzled to high heaven about what she gonna call me. Get me a dictionary, she ordered and thumbed through Webster's till she found a word that sounded nice. Tyranny. She thought it was pretty sounding. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, my cousin Skeeter. Hi, Skeeter, I said as I climbed up the side of the stall and straddled it. Skeeter swanted up beside me and smacked me on the backside. I blushed. I liked it. I wanted him to do it again. Turning out to be a fine filly, ain't ya? Skeeter leaned in so close I could have kissed him. His breath like beer and garlic mixed. I could nearly taste it on my lips as I licked them. You better hold on tight to your pearl, some guy's gonna come snatch it away. Skeeter smacked me on the backside again and headed out. I grinned uncontrollably. Oh, God, please let Skeeter take my pearl. But he never did. Though I wish he had. That way my family might still love me then. Then I'd be the victim. Raped at 13 would have been far more noble in my family's eyes. Sure, Skeeter would have been in for it, but at least I'd be all right. Now, I know you're thinking I'm kind of strange for thinking about my cousin that way, but I know my family's history. People's been doing this sort of thing for years, you know. Look at Egypt. All kinds of guys married family. In my biology class, actually, we learned about royalty in England marrying family like crazy. Kind of bad, though, because they got this disease. What's it called? Sickle cell amoeba. Plenty of people around here still think family's okay. People find love with the second or third cousin, sometimes closer. Guys joke that they go to family reunions to meet girls. Mostly they don't. Sometimes they do. My cousin Brock had it bad. His parents were related somehow, and that's why Brock has fingers for toes and thumbs for fingers. Funniest looking hands you ever saw, but that ain't nearly as bad as the Egglestons. Distant relatives from an old town in Idaho called Mud Lake. Old Papa Eggleston's proud that his current wife ain't a blood relative. It's just his stepdaughter. But previous family encounters have given worm-like arms and fingers without fingernails. But I'm like you all, and I decided to stay clear of my family. I shouldn't have bothered, though. I'm worse off now because of it. I met Buck at a party. I got drunk on beer and garlic. I must have had 10 pizzas that night and 20 beers. Buck raped me. Oh. Excuse me. Buck courted me. We don't have date rape in these parts. They call it courtship. Sure, Mama was a bit mad. You don't sleep with 16-year-old girls, for Christ's sake. You're 31. She gave him 2 options, marry or jail. He took the logical course for once in his life and slipped away. So here I am, married, with a child, still living with Mama, and my husband's probably somewhere out there getting another girl drunk and taking her pearl. And if he ever comes back, God help his pearls. God protect him. Because I'm cutting them off and mount like a couple of fish. Chuck them next to my team rope and trophies and label them pearls of wisdom. It'll be a warning to any guy who tries to take my girl's pearl. Don't let him take your pearl, little Enoch. I often sit here praying all men will die before my baby's old enough. My best hope is for her to be a lesbian. Then I sing to her, singing, hoping she'll remember. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a butcher knife. And if that butcher knife won't cut, Mama's gonna hit him with a pickup truck.